This is a real existence. But a strange space. The scenery in the distance is a still picture. Even the photos taken will automatically put mosaics on the faces. The story follows the previous episode. When these contestants passively enter sleep state, the hidden werewolf finally shows up. It is the scheming deputy squad leader. Back to the night when we checked into the hotel. When all the students fell into a coma, several students, including the deputy monitor, woke up at the same time. It turned out that their identities were all werewolves. The rules required them to execute a player before 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Otherwise, a werewolf would be executed. Everyone had studied together for many years. How could it be possible to kill at will? Unknowingly, the time came to 6 o'clock. There was a sudden movement outside the door. A werewolf player's eyes turned white, banging his head against the wall. Unexpectedly, the execution of the game was coming. The opponent was the student who died in the bathroom on the first night. After this incident, several werewolves executed one every day, the classmate who was most likely to be a civilian. But tonight, Junshi, the male god of the deputy squad leader, vice squad leader's male idol Junshi, she actually died for Wanshu. The anger in her heart could no longer be controlled. She decided to kill Wanshu with her own hands. Unexpectedly, the axe was about to fall. The broadcast reminded her of the target of execution. All werewolves must agree. The deputy squad leader reluctantly put away the axe. Unexpectedly, several werewolves died. Now there was actually more than one left. When everyone woke up the next day, Lu Shu immediately ran to the swimming pool, saw Junshi floating in the middle of the pool. She jumped directly into the water, fished out the body that had already cooled down. Regret and self-blame came to her heart. Playing books to know Junshi, he was executed entirely for himself. A loud announcement suddenly sounded. Players in the doctor profession used the recovery ability on Junshi before voting last night. Use the healing ability on Junshi. Make him immune to this execution. As soon as he finished speaking, Junshi miraculously came back to life. This is difficult to explain scientifically. Wanshu hugged each other and cried in disbelief. Two classmates just walked into the bathroom. Saw Curly Hair cleaning clothes by the pool. Suddenly the broadcast sound reminded again. The werewolf executed Huang Mao last night. After hearing the news, everyone ran over to check. As expected, the other party was lying on the ground dripping with blood. At this time, someone discovered there were bloodstains on Curly Hair. Could the other party be the hidden werewolf murderer? The latter was so anxious that he almost cried. He and Huang Mao were both Aile's follower Ma Zai. The two were always inseparable. When Curly woke up in the morning, he found Huang Mao was dead next to him. There was still a large amount of blood on her body. Wanshu ignored his words, but observed the scene carefully. When she found important clues, she took photos with her mobile phone to record. There was just one thing that puzzled her. Huang Mao had many knives inserted into his body. It was the worst death so far. Did the murderer have any deep grudge against him? Curly Hair is also in a panic at this time. Now I can only ask the boss Aila. You must help yourself clear away the suspicion. The latter agreed very simply. But the people outside the hall found 2 more rows of words on the wall. Junshi is a civilian. Police message. This is the special ability of the police player. Can detect the identity of the designated player. Although I don't know who wrote it. But it is obvious that he wants to help Junshi clear away the suspicion of werewolves. Because yesterday, in order to save Wanshu, admitted that he was a werewolf in front of everyone. After the matter was explained, everyone understood Junshi's behavior. At the same time, they also understood after he was executed why the radio voice did not reveal his identity. Because Junshi was not really dead at all. Then everyone turned their attention to the most suspected Curly Hair. The latter's expression was extremely ugly. Quickly moved out his boss Aila. Unexpectedly, the other party suddenly changed his mind. Said that Huang Mao made fun of Curly Hair all day. The two were not as close as they seemed. And the bloodstains on Curly Hair's body, it couldn't be explained at all. Curly Hair didn't expect that Aila would add insult to injury. Unfortunately, he was soon kicked to the ground by the other party. The latter was about to take the opportunity to vote for him. Wanshu hurriedly stepped forward to stop him, warning Aila not to set the rhythm at will. Junshi stepped forward and grabbed the phone. If you continue to be so domineering, be careful that everyone will collectively vote to kill you. This is what Aila fears most. After taking away the phone, he angrily left the scene. Curly Hair defended loudly again. He definitely did not kill Huang Mao. He will find the murderer as soon as possible. I hope everyone will not vote for the time being. At this time, the attentive top student discovered the police can use the investigation skills once a day. Why only Junxi's identity was announced. But no one cared about this. They only saw Ali's ruthlessness. In order to clear up the relationship, he actually fell out with his good brother as soon as he told her to fall out with him. Akai felt that the other party was more likely to be a werewolf. Of course, she was not the only one who thought this. Curly Hair always thought that Ala was very loyal. Today was suddenly uncharacteristic. There must be an ulterior secret hidden. He carefully recalled what happened last night. The only one who knew where he and Huang Mao were hiding. Suddenly there was movement outside the door. He looked over. It happened to be Ala who was about to go out. Curly Hair followed quietly. Found him taking out a package from the fire cabinet. He was found taking out a package from the fire cabinet. After the other party left, Curly Hair hurriedly opened the cupboard door. There was actually a bloody axe inside. Could it be that Ala was really the murderer last night? The middle parted head on the other side. still remembering his dead classmate on the phone. He was so lifeless that he even thought of seeking death. But he accidentally saw Allah hurriedly walking past with a bag. There are also sneaky curls following behind, so he touched it curiously. The curly hair here followed Allah to an abandoned utility room, but didn't want to get a sap in the back. It turned out that the other party had already noticed that he was being followed. Seeing the bag brought by Allah, there was actually a blood-stained jacket. Guessing that the other party came here to destroy evidence, Allah said that he was also framed. When the two were fighting, suddenly I found a person hiding outside. So I immediately ran out and caught Zhang Fentu back. This man was also paranoid. He insisted that Allah and Curly Hair were the murderers who killed his deskmate. As a result, several people pushed him. Zhang Fen's head hit the cement brick. He lost the ability to move. Allah knew that it was difficult to explain clearly now, so he just stopped doing nothing. He directly picked up the brick and threw it at the middle branch. Of course, Curly Hair next to him couldn't stand by and watch. He had no choice but to take the brick and smash it down hard. On the other side, Junshi called the deputy squad leader into the room alone. Asked the other party not to target Wanshu anymore. The latter quickly defended. Was the first to vote for Wanshu last night, not just to save you. Junshi seemed to have noticed something. It means that you are doing it all for yourself. The face of the deputy squad leader was full of ferocity. This is the rhythm of love and hatred. When Junshi and his close companions met, he accidentally saw the camera left by his former classmate. He showed the frozen picture in it to Wanshu. This is what he has always been puzzled over. Wanshu looked through other photos, found that all the portraits had become blurry. It was exactly the same as the previous strange photo, so she started walking around and taking pictures. Wanted to see how the photo had changed. Suddenly there was a noise under the corner of the table. Playing with books and bravely bent down to check. There was nothing underneath. Suddenly a figure appeared from the side. She looked around again. Still nothing unusual was found. But there was an extra key on the floor. The moment Wanshu picked it up, her phone suddenly received a text message, asking her to find the owner of the game. When Junshi and the others came, Wanshu quickly took a few photos. Found that their faces were also scratched. It felt like the beauty function of the camera. Then she took out the key, invited everyone to find the owner of the game. But Junshi and others were confused. It turns out that they did not receive the game prompt. Is it a hidden mission specifically for playing books? Now review her special feature. That is, she often bumps into the long-haired female ghost. Is the other party the master of this game? The above is the content of the 4th issue of Night Falls. Friends who like it, remember to continue to pay attention. See you in the next issue. See you next time.